Let's see if my Wi-Fi works.
We're live.
Are we live? We're live. Hi, everybody. Oh, dear. Hey.
I think Scouse wanted to come in. He's been on a whinge, but he's at work. So
is he?
He said he'd pop into the side chat from work there, but
right.
He's angry.
Yeah, he's a bit grumpy, isn't he?
Yeah. So
what's going on? What's going on with this?
I just hauled his bike up to him last weekend. Threw it in my bike trailer and hauled it up to him at his new place.
Oh, has he got his new house now, has he?
Yep, up in Okotoks.
All right. Where's that?
It's kind of not very far from Calgary. I think about 30 minutes out from Calgary.
Yeah. All right.
Really nice. They're in the foothills of the mountains. And
right.
Howie 702.
Oh yeah, Howie.
Where's 702? 702. I'm guessing is an area code.
Yeah. Right. So he's how far is that away from you now then? Because you're about how many hours away from Calgary are you?
About 2.5 hours.
Ooh.
So not far. Gonna ride up there one of these weekends and stay at his place, and we're gonna go ride up into the mountains.
I like it. Yeah, see there. Is that RB's new bike in the background there? Is it his GTR 1400?
That's the GTR. Oh yeah, welcome to the Team Great. Well, in your case, Team Orange, Jim.
Yeah, I've got the it's Jim and the Giant Peach. I've got a big orange. It's pretending to be a KTM.
I'm a little jealous. You're sitting between two fellas that got themselves new bikes. Yeah. Yes.
You're in a Kawasaki sandwich.
That sounds bad, yeah.
I've got my diesel T-shirt on as well. Look at that.
Look
diesel.
At you go. I'm a C10 Bato today.
Oh, get in there. Yeah. So we've all switched out, haven't we? Yeah. I tried to get up to the Super Sausage on. I was too busy with work on Sunday, so I couldn't make it.
It was hammering it down here Sunday, so I didn't go out. Hopefully, we might get out this Sunday, but it's weather sort of touch and go with the weather at the moment. So
rain over there.
It's it wasn't rain; it was a monsoon up here.
That's what I was going to say. Monsoon, yeah, absolute monsoon.
We haven't had a drop of rain since spring.
Oh Jesus!
It's like the 30s here. It's been in the high 30s, 36, 38 degrees every day. Dry, and it's awful.
Yeah. Oh God! Well, where we live, we're the highest point of Milton Keynes, being in the village.
Yeah.
And the thunderstorm, I think it rolled in on Wednesday of last week. And we stood out, we had a quick cigarette, and it was like someone had just opened a fire hose on the garden. It come down so hard, and the thunder was rolling in. But we sat in the garden watching the lightning strikes hit the farmer's field, and about 5 in about the same area, all down in the same place. And he said he'd literally just evening, Carl, just had enough time to get the cattle in. He said because last year when they had the thunderstorm, the same area, one of the cows was stood there, and the cow got hit 4 times by lightning.
Ooh!
So he said it almost barbecued it. So
I was going to say, instant cooked, in it, roast beef.
Yeah. So how you doing, Carl? Great video. Last one. Yeah. I've just watched the last one, but I haven't had a chance to comment yet because I'm about 4 minutes from the end of watching it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit behind. I'm behind. I'm well behind on.
I'm still sort of catching up with stuff at the moment, so I'm just obviously a couple I've got to catch up with tonight. Lamb Chops has just done a new one, and he's put his H2 up against the Hayabusa. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. And obviously, I've got Salties to catch up on motorcycles, burgers, and bits and pieces. So
I got to be honest. I have an interesting question for you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what your work schedules are like compared to mine.
Oh yeah.
Now that I switched what I do at the company, and I'm basically supposed to be Monday to Friday, and but I tend to be on Saturday and Sunday too. This is just I have 5 days off now, which is nice. But so I work all day and I get home, and it's I got a couple hours of paperwork to do, and then I look and I hit my little notification up there on YouTube, and I have anywhere up to 95 videos that people are uploading. It seemed like I didn't change who I subscribed to, but it went from on a daily basis of 8 or 9 videos that people have posted to like 40, because the weather's good everywhere. Everybody's putting up 1-2 videos a week, and if you subscribe to more than 10, which everybody does, how do you possibly watch 40 videos? Like, I am so far behind now. I feel guilty. I feel bad, but so I did something. I can't keep up. I just can't, and it kills me. But because I love to support all the guys that support me and the channels that I like that maybe have nothing to do with motovlogging, and like Big Stack D in Australia, there, the guy that smelts all the metals. I think I'm 3 weeks behind on his. It's ridiculous, and that's it's one of my cool things I like to watch, and I don't know how you keep up with that. And I see people, I'm moving up from 1 video a week to, or 2 videos a month, or 1 video a month to 4 a month now, and I'm here to tell you, the algorithm's BS. That has nothing to do with it. I don't care what anybody says. I've proven that. My friends have proven that. Scouse has proven that. So really, it's 4 weeks, 4 videos a month from each one of your subs. How do you possibly watch that? I don't know. And it starts making you look like you're the bad guy for not watching their content. But realistically, unless you follow 2 people, how do you keep up? So I wish people would do one a month. It was awesome. And if it was 25 or 30 minutes long, I would watch that 1 video a month for 30 minutes rather than 6 minutes, trying to catch 6-7 minutes 4 times a month. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
I tend to do at least, an hour and a half to 2 hours a night. And then I tend to do a couple of hours in the morning before I go to work, just catching up on all the videos, and obviously trying to get as many comments in as I can.
See, and I get up at 4 o'clock every morning, and I'm out the door by 5. I don't have time in the morning for sure. I get everything, and then I get home at 5 or 6 o'clock at night. I'm 7:30, sometimes 8 o'clock by the time I'm finished my reports, and then I have 2 hours with my wife, and I got to get to bed because I got to get up at 4 in the morning. So I just can't. I can't. And I hope people aren't pissed off at me because I don't, I'm not commenting. And sometimes now, because I try to get 1 or 2 in, I don't maybe comment. I just hit the thumbs up and watch the video. But
you see, in this house, the kids are at school. The kids are off school now. So a day in my house, I will get up in the morning. We've got kids telly all day long. So I'll just sit and watch the tablet, watch YouTube on the tablet. That's during the day. They got the kids, it's mostly it's American and Canadian with just people shouting all the time. So I switch off to that and I watch YouTube videos. Then about 6 o'clock it changes to the wife's television. She starts watching everything to do with soap or reality. So I stay on YouTube watching YouTube videos. The thing about that is with the wife, she says it only goes up to 8 o'clock. But every time she does something, she pauses the telly, goes and does it. So we have soaps on until about 10 o'clock. So it doesn't matter what time of morning I get up, I've still not watched any television until about 10 o'clock at night. Then she'll stop watching soaps, and I'll say, right, I can have the telly now. And she'll say, "Can you imagine?" So I've got like 2. I have. A lot of people I'm subscribed to.
That's better. What you just done, Jim? It's all gone nice now.
Yeah, that's gone a lot quieter. I thought I'd knocked off then. I thought, geez,
you're gone, Jim. You shouldn't have touched it.
Oh, it's because I muted myself.
It's back again.
Is there like feedback or something?
Yeah, it's like a background hum.
I don't have that here.
And basically, I have sort of like there's maybe a dozen people I watch avidly. Sort of as soon as they put something up, I'll watch theirs. And there's probably a couple of dozen after that I'll catch up on and watch. And I try to get everybody watch but some of them I am worked well back on some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It is a bit, isn't it?
It's tough. It's really tough. But
it's like you said with the algorithm, isn't it, Brad?
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
I think my views proves that too. I mean, I'm just this teeny little channel, insignificant, and then I have a bunch rolling well over 1,000, almost 2,000 views lately. So I don't know how that happened or why it happened, but
that's
it's really
good,
cool.
yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know. I just if I can put it out there. I don't want.
You may notice your pulled pork sandwich has gone up quite a bit.
Oh, is that right? Hey, you know what? Speaking of that, Rev, when I was up at Scouse's last weekend, delivering his bike, we were having a pint, and his wife and my wife were chatting away, and he said, I walked by the bedroom the other night, and he says, I stopped and I said, why do I hear Brad in there? His wife was watching one of my cooking videos, and he heard my voice in the bedroom. Why do I hear Brad in there? That was great, yeah. So.
Burning gas hole in us has said, Carl, you sound like an old woman. That's out.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. Once I start watching the soaps, then I'll be an old woman.
So say, hey, Gareth, hey, Zed. I haven't talked to either of them guys in quite a while either.
I've missed Zed, Ed.
Yeah, where is Zed, Ed? Why isn't he up here?
I think he's getting ready for his camping. He's off camping, so he's getting all his camping gear ready.
Oh,
right.
Moto camping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to do. I messaged him last week, or was it the week before? We did a video on the Instagram. We were talking to each other over that because I accidentally pressed the video button on that, and I said about doing a live stream. I think it was Friday before, but it's just going crazy at the minute, isn't it? It's just like work and everything. It's just like on bonkers.
See, if you're into the old going out on the bike and camping, Ponkster's done some good stuff.
Yes.
Very, very good about his just getting off the grid and just taking his bike and his tent and going camping. But you've got to remember to take your shovel and your toilet roll.
Yeah.
That
Hey,
video
Mr. DRD's here.
His camera fell off.
Yeah.
Sorry that video that did where his camera fell off. Did all you lot think the same as me? I went, oh no. Because he left it running for about 10 seconds as well. It didn't sort of like, then he flashed he was alright, like, but, oh God.
Yeah.
Hence the reason why I use, where are they? These things. £10 on eBay, action cameras. They do a good job, but for £10, if it drops and breaks, it does the job. It's 1080p, does the job, but
that's not what you use for your videos, like your YouTube stuff, is it?
Yeah.
Wow, it's
Look who's here.
Redhead.
Hey, there he is.
Oh,
how you doing?
You all right?
How's things?
Yeah, good. Just want the weather to stop raining.
Yeah, here, well.
How's the prep going?
There you go. Come on, there.
There he is, he's in.
Yeah.
Better.
Here you're going camping.
Yeah, they're heading out tomorrow. We're going down to Maidens in Girvan, and then spending all weekend down there. So I'm looking forward to that. Been down with the basic bikers, so
that should be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be mayhem.
What are you taking to drink in the old saddlebag there?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
One of everything, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing tomorrow night. So tomorrow, I'm working tomorrow until 3:30, so I'm travelling down after that. So some of the boys will be down there from about midday. So they're going out for a ride tomorrow. But I'll catch up with them when they come back. Then I think we're going to the pub on the Friday night, and then back to the campsite. They've got a couple of fire pits and that there for us, so we'll sit and chill out at the fire pits, and then we're up early on the Saturday, and I think we're going to do like a border run. I'm not sure whether we're going into the Lake District, but it has been spoke about, so it just depends.
That'd be nice. You guys can have a campfire up here. Half of Canada's on fire, and the other half we're in a total fire ban. So, I don't know. And you know what? So, because we can't cross the border, everybody decided, hey, I think we should go camping this year, and you can't get a camping site anywhere right now. So, if for something like our fifth wheel, so I actually went out and bought a tent, and I think the missus and I are gonna throw it on and pack a bag and jump on the bike and go moto camping ourselves. So
yeah. I know a lot of people I know that because we can't go abroad, because it's just an absolute nightmare now. We're thinking about going up to Scotland and Wales, and everyone's like exploring the UK now because it's just too much of a rigmarole to go abroad. It's ridiculous.
You can't go anywhere in the Lake District on the weekends. Bumper to bumper traffic. Bumper to bumper traffic over. Even when you're on a bike, it's hard work. Even on a motorbike, it's hard.
It's good and bad. It's neat that everybody's seeing all the stuff in your own country and everything, but at the same time, when you go somewhere and it's just crowded, there's just way too people.
Yeah.
Gareth just said he can hear a washing machine.
He can hear a washing machine.
It's Jim's.
Is it me? Is there still a noise? Is it?
Yeah, it literally sounds like washing.
Crazy.
I must be getting feedback. I'm going to switch out my microphones.
I don't hear anything.
That was it. Nearly worked.
Crazy legs on a bike. Are you talking about Devon up here?
Yeah.
Devon, Alberta?
Yeah, it can't be me. I ain't got no.
But it's definitely not me.
Well, you haven't got your little fan noise anymore, Rev.
No, because I got my
camera. I can't hear anything here. I can't hear it.
Can you hear that, Stu?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
It sounds like a rampant rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, not this end.
No, I'm. Come on, crazy legs, you can do it.
What that is?
UK. Oh, okay. We have a Devon here in Alberta too. I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah, not this end.
Come on, crazy legs, you can do it. Somebody's echoing. Who's got their YouTube open?
Who's got you? Someone's got.
I can hear that. I can hear. I've just turned up the volume on my so you can hear it. Yeah, it's like I can hear it coming through on the live stream as well.
Like a whining.
What that is?
I would quit. Always fun technical stuff.
Yeah.
So, hey Zed, how about these two knobs? Two new bikes.
I know. One lights.
Here comes all the echoes again.
That's me. That's me fucking around.
I'm actually shocked, Jim. I honestly didn't think you were going to part with the ape like that. And I had no idea what you were going to buy.
That was a bit out of the blue. That was. I just stopped in to see my mate Dave, and that Kawasaki had just come in, and he had it on the on his workbench, and he was like, "Oh, I've just had this come in." He goes, he goes, "This will do you good." This. So I was like, "Oh, I'll go take it for a spin," and it's really good. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll have that then." So it's only because I could get a good deal on the ape, so I had to fork out about £500 difference.
When I saw the thumbnail, I thought you were just taking a piss.
No, it's great because I've got baggage again. So I've got bags. I can put stuff in bags and stuff now. So, and it ain't too bad, to be honest. It's handles really well on the twisties and stuff. I was like really surprised.
Does it accelerate good? Is it as exciting as
so you get up to speed. Yeah, it's going to be a bit cheeky. So when you've got to keep it between like 4,000 and 6,000 revs. That's where all the power is. Anything after that, and then it hasn't got anything. But if you keep it in that rev range, yeah, I mean, easily on motorway speeds and it'll keep up. It's happy doing like 90 miles an hour, whatever on the motorways and stuff.
Yeah.
It's got like an overdrive, 6 gears, an overdrive gear.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
it's like my
standard thing for Kawasaki is it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then OD.
That's it. Yeah. So when I was riding it, I put it into, and it come up OD on the dash, and I was like, oh shit, what have I done? Have I blown you? And then I was like, oh, it's overdrive. That's what that is. I'll tell you what, it has got a little neat feature is you can put the hazards on. It's got a hazard switch, so when I'm filtering now, I have all the hazards going. That's pretty good.
Yeah. On the Harley, you just hold down both signal lights for a second and then turn on the hazards.
I've got a hazard light button on mine as well.
Ah, right. Yeah.
I've actually got a set of day running lights that go into the indicators. They're dual lights, so it turns the front lenses because the front indicators on it'll be the same with yours, Red Bomb, as you've got the clear lenses on the front.
Yeah.
So like basically it's like orange bulbs that's in it. So this basically is like twin LEDs. So it's got like a shunt on it, which allows it to switch from day running lights to your indicators.
So that's what, if you look on my video I did of my LED upgrade on mine, the same thing, I put clear lenses on the front, so they're like a daytime running light, and they have switchbacks. So they switch back from white to amber. Yeah, it's nice. It's an attention getter, more so anyway.
Oh, definitely. I mean, like the ZZR doesn't want the lights at the front anyway, because the way that the lights are set up, it's quite a wide front fairing that's on it as well. But that little addition of the extra two lights will just grab attention.
I still like the color of your bike. I think. Do you know what color that blue is?
It's actually the color from Kawasaki. I think it's Midnight Sapphire Black. I think the sapphire part of it's the blue flake that's in the paint. Because like just now the sun's away, and if you were to look at my bike, it's pitch black. But the photograph that I put up on Instagram the other day, the bike was blue, and that was just the sunlight reflecting off the flake.
It's really nice. I really like that.
Quite fit. Yeah, it's quite fit.
So Rev, what do you and Jim? What do you got for tires on those bikes? You got a little bit of adventure treads on there, or you just got highway tires?
No, I've got mine's got like adventure tread on it at the minute. They seem to work fine.
Just going to say a big hi. Alison's in the chat. Hi, Ali. Ali was, if you look back at my last Super Sausage ride out, where we went out with the Decorum guys. So Ali was there with her husband, Hayden. He's got an XJ6 Diversion, and she's got a little 125 Iska, little Lex Motor Iska. So bought it from us, and her first time doing a group ride. So she absolutely loved it. Welcome along, Ali.
That's good. She's
and you get to meet all these guys here. So big moto vloggers here.
Already met me.
Just little.
Quick one there, Jim. Gareth says that you look like Moby.
Yeah, can't have a beard no more. Oh, you've done it again, Jim.
I've done it again. I muted me. How did I mute myself?
Oh.
Yeah, I might bring the beard back actually.
Yeah,
shaved it off, and now I'm thinking of getting it back again. Yeah.
Zed, I want to see you without a beard.
I know you don't. I look a bit swell.
We gotta have some kind of a bet.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked probably random. I watched
if everyone could get me to 1,000 subscribers, then I'll shave it off.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds like a challenge, doesn't it?
We're going to hold you
on a live stream.
Yeah. Shave it off live.
Yeah.
What did you say at 500 subscribers?
Oh, that'll be right, 1,000.
Yeah.
Right, the bet's on then. The bet's on.
Yeah.
Well, Carl's clean shaven now too. Look at all of us, except for Dad. We all have nothing now. Yeah. Carl, you had a bit of scruff going there for a while.
Well, yeah, it's like I said last time I was on. There was a bit too much blonde in it.
Blonde.
Strawberry blonde, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jim, are you going to go on some adventures with that bike? You can take it off road?
Yeah. Oh no, I won't be taking it off road. Nah, I'll end up killing myself if I'll try and do that. It's a bit big for that. But no, I'm going to go try and do some touring. I want to well, I was planning to go to Europe. I'm probably going to go around in the UK now. So I'll do that.
On the back of that.
What tyres you running
Yeah.
on yours, Jim?
I was just trying to think actually the make of the tyres. I can't remember what the make they are now. I want to say Bridgestone, but then I don't think they are. But they're like chunky one. They look like off-roading tyres, but they're not like road tyres. But they seem to work. They work fine. It doesn't upset the handling or anything. And I don't get that funny. I was saying to my mate Dave when I took it for a test drive, when I took the Pan American out, that when I was going around roundabouts, that did not want to go around it didn't want to turn. It wanted to just go in a straight line. It was a bit off-putting. Yet this, and it was only the roundabouts that it did it on. When you're going like tight left or right turns. This completely different. This loves going around. It loves going around roundabouts. Loves going around corners. It's a completely different piece. Because I thought that was me. I was like, what am I doing wrong on this Harley? But
As a Harley,
To me, it sounds as if the Harleys it's not got as sharp a curve on the tyre. It's maybe like the profile, which would make it. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever ridden with squared off tyres.
Yeah,
I did a lot of motorway miles right at the start, and that's what that was like. Is like when you were riding and then you went to lean into a corner, it felt as if you were falling off a cliff. Yeah. Every time you put the bike into a corner, it's like when you've got a brand new set of tyres on it, the bike just rolls from side to side. That's what it sounds like. It sounds as if they've got a shallow profile on them.
Yeah. Actually, it probably might have been.
Do you guys have Fort 9 over there? It's a place to buy bike stuff. Fort9 it's called .com.
Not heard of it.
I've not heard of that one.
They got a heck of a good sale on tires right now. My next door neighbor just bought new ones for his, so I went on and looked last night. And so I think the new one I put on my bike last year, the front one was like $275, $3 1/4 installed, something like that. And they have one top brands for about $170 a piece right now.
That's not bad. Yeah. See, the thing is, I've always, for the last, 10, 15 years, I've always had Michelins on a bike, and I've had nothing but the pilots or the road ones. The new one behind me has actually got a set of Pirelli Angel GTs on it, and they are nice and sticky. They really are a good tyre. So, I've got to say, I'm a Pirelli convert now,
There never used to be, Rev. That's how I crashed my first bike. When I crashed my V65, that was Pirelli's on there. It was in the rain. So, excuse me 1 minute, gentlemen. I got to take this call.
It's all down to personal preference. I mean, like the Pirellis, they sound, being sticky, they sound as if they're a soft compound tyre. And I'm sure your bikes, like mine, it will absolutely chew the back tyre clean off it.
Yeah, I've started on it already. I've only been out 3 times, but I've already started on it.
Yeah, I went for a set of Michelin Pilot Power 2 CTs on mine. And it was Bridgestone DTO23s that I had on it before, and I liked them. But a couple of guys that I'd spoken to said, no, the Pilot Power 2 CTs are really good. One, because you get the harder compound in the middle. 2, it has got a softer compound on the edge. And the last time I was out, which was Sunday there, and it was really, really warm, you can actually start to see the edge scrubbing in really nicely. And the grip levels were, I really, really liked the grip levels on them. I thought that was quite rewarding in corners, to be quite honest.
It's you that's humming, Jim, not us.
Yeah,
it's me humming. It's me.
It's what you're not sat on anything, are you?
No, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the microphone's here, so I can't understand how it's coming through on that. Mental, isn't it?
Sounds like definitely what Howie said. You probably got a mains hum. It's probably off. Might need to earth your mic to the desktop or something.
Yeah, it's a bit odd.
Or get yourself a headset.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm lucky. I don't have to wear a headset with mine. There's no echo or anything.
What setup have you got for that?
So I'm using what do they call this? A snowball, I think. It's the
Oh yeah.
desk mic, and then I've got Aver Media camera. It's got a built-in mic and everything, but I shut that off, and then I'm just a cheap pair of Insignia speakers. And in StreamYard, there's a setting to stop echo, and you guys probably know that, but you just hit that, and I get no echo, no feedback, nothing.
No, it's crystal clear because I'm thinking of getting a Blue Yeti mic for my setup. Just now I'm talking to you. Just now I've got earpods in.
Yep.
Which it's okay just now, but for a more permanent setup, because I'm on my phone just now as well. Because we're in the middle of decorating the house, so everything's up in the air just now. But I'm hoping to get a Blue Yeti mic for when I get the computer set back up again. And a new ring light and stuff like that. A wee bit more permanent.
Yeah, this stuff the speakers were super cheap. I think the camera was $60 and the microphone about $80.
Ah, that's better, Jim.
Well, see during the lockdown, you couldn't get a webcam for love nor money.
That's a fact. Some of this stuff when my camera cratered, I had to get this one off Amazon because everybody was sold out. Yep.
Unreal.
That's bonkers.
There's Anonymous Biker.
Anonymous
USA.
is here. Hey.
Oh, Anonymous.
Anonymous, how's things down in New Orleans, man?
Greetings,
my Anonymous.
Yeah, he knows what I mean by that.
Yeah. So, what do you think of that new? Sorry, mate. What do you think of that new Sportster then?
Well, I've heard mixed reviews. It's like I can't remember who it was that posted it in the Instagram, but it was a picture of a Sportster getting humped by a Pan America.
It was probably
that was the offspring.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, but listen, Harley are trying to go in a different direction. I think you've got to respect them for that. And am I right? Is it the new liquid cooled engine they're using in it?
I think it is. Yeah, I watched Chase on Two Wheels. I haven't watched him in a while, and he was out in LA. He got invited out to test ride it, and he was riding one. And yeah.
The only downside I don't like to it is obviously Harley have decided to do their own thing and try and basically go off on a tangent and push a different bike, but the exhaust on it very similar to the Triumph Scrambler, but where that exhaust is actually mounted, if you actually look where someone is sat on the bike, it's right where your thigh is.
I thought that.
Yeah. How long before people start suing for I went out in my shorts and I burnt my leg?
Yeah.
There'll be a recall for a heat shield. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Some sort of a wee bracket where it'll just upstand a heat shield off it just to protect. Or they'll make an aftermarket for you to buy.
Even on my Ultra, on my Ultra Classic, where your legs come down on each side of the seat. I mean, you're basically sitting on top of the rear cylinder in those V-twins, and the heat coming off there is just disgusting. It's brutal. It literally does burn you. So there's these little plastic shields you can buy to put in each side, and that just makes all the difference. But it's you gotta kind of plan for stuff like that.
Yeah. See, the thing is, obviously, mine and Zed's bikes, both the same engines, but obviously he's got a different front fairing to what I've got. And when we did the run to Super Sausage, absolutely blistering hot day. I'd got my Kevy jeans on me, obviously my bike jacket, but the other guy that was there, he's got the American version. He's got the concourse version, as they call it in America. He's got the black and green one. But he sort of said to me about halfway through the ride, "How's your legs?" And I went, "I'm fine." He said, "You wait till you stop in traffic, you're going to feel it." And I went, "What do you mean?" And we pulled up in traffic. That air vent that runs down the side actually pushes all the heat back onto your legs from the front. and you cook. I absolutely cooked my thighs that day. And I got there and he said to me, how was it? I said, Jesus Christ, that's a bit warm. He went, yeah. He said, that's why you wear yourself some decent heavy trousers, because that thing will chuck the heat back at you.
Huh.
Yeah.
So
Have a look. Let's have a look.
absolutely nuts. There we go. Look,
Yeah.
yeah. See
There
what I mean?
it is.
What a great place to put an exhaust.
Jeez.
Mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
That is.
forgive my ignorance, but is that for real?
Yeah.
Or is
That's.
this
You get you can get mid controls and forward controls.
okay?
Yeah.
That'll be belly pan that's going on it, yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
for you? Yeah.
I wonder if that that does look shielded actually. You know that?
Yeah, it does. That black bit looks like a heat shield.
I gotta think they're
Yeah,
not that
it's about
stupid
there,
that
isn't
they'd
it?
let you get burnt that easy.
No.
Yeah. You're still going to get in you. You've got that black's the heat shield, didn't you? And then you've got that little lip that
I
goes
think so.
over the top of the. Yeah.
I don't know if
It
I like.
still, it still isn't going to be cool. Put it that way.
What do you think of it?
Yeah.
You guys like that?
I don't know.
Yes and no.
I can't make up my mind if I like that or not.
Yeah.
Yes and no. To me, it looks quite stubby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, from handlebars to seat, it doesn't look like stretched enough. I think I would be cramped in that.
Yeah. I know.
I'm not sure I like those tires. It almost looks
Yeah,
like my old mini bike, my Honda Z50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Two
gas.
fat boy tires.
Yeah.
As is, the profile of the front is far too big in relation to the back.
Yeah.
But then it could be the rims that are making it look that way.
14. So is that? What's that sign? Is that pounds? That's not year. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's pounds. Yeah,
14,000
14,000
pounds.
pounds. That's just the base
I mean,
model,
it'll
isn't
be,
it?
that's 20,000 here then.
Yeah, around about
Yeah.
2021. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I know.
Who do you think they're targeting this bike at?
Well, Chase on two wheels reckons because he's a sports bike rider and he enjoyed it, but he had to have the controls on the mid controls, which you pay extra for.
Yeah.
Apparently, you got the front ones, but if you want mid, you have to pay extra. But he enjoyed it for that because they were taking it around the canyon roads. But it was still grounding out though, so the pegs were grounding out. But yeah, I think I don't know if they're aiming it at those type of guys or I don't know. But again, the exhausts didn't sound that great again. It was like when I rode that Pan American. The standard exhausts, it just sounds like a Japanese bike. It doesn't sound anything amazing.
I'm a little disappointed I didn't get to try one of those. We only got one at our dealer here, and it was sold in no time. And actually, Scouts and I were both supposed to get to ride it, and neither of us got the chance, so we never did get to try one out.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed. The one that I tried, the exhaust on it was like something you get off Red Bull, probably. No, it looked like something off of like a Lex Moto or something like a.
Yeah, so it was similar like Tempest one. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked crap. It sounded crap, and it looked crap. That's all the feedback that they had from people that had tested it. It said the exhaust was crap. And you don't buy it. Yeah, sorry, mate.
That's all right. So the thing is now, obviously, Lex Moto have discontinued, I think, about 4 bikes now because Euro 5 coming in.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the electric side of it has gone absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
And we've had that new. I think I did the video about 3 weeks ago for the 500 DS, and it's not known as a Lex Moto. It's known as a Lonsin. But obviously, when I checked out the bike, I put it up as a Lex Moto 500 DS, and Rob's put his little thing. No, it's actually Lonsin, marketed by Lex Moto and Lexita. The Lonsin is one of the biggest Asian bikes that's been out for the last 7-8 months. And I actually got chatting to an Asian moto vlogger. And the pair of us have obviously been using Translator to translate back to each other in Asian.
Yeah.
But he said when he first did it, and his channel now, I think he's had just over 120,000 views on that one bike. But the Lonsin 500 is absolutely brilliant. You know, great bike, and for £5,000 for a 500cc with panniers and aluminium panniers and top box, you're not going to go far wrong.
Yeah. Oh, got Darth Vader's in the house as well.
Oh God, they're all at it now.
All at it.
Right.
All coming in.
I saw an interesting article, and it was about Harvard University. They've been working on the actual charging, the connections between the charging points and the batteries. They reckon that's the weakest part of the charging process, because there's only so many amps that the cathode and the anode can take, and they've developed a mixed metal cathode and anode that they're actually in the process of testing, and they reckon that they'll halve most charging times on all vehicles if it comes to fruition. So, I mean, it sounds like because it's basically down to the fact that it's how quickly you can get the power into the battery. It's not the length of time it will take to charge up. So they seem to be onto something.
Something else interesting that came up recently too is Toyota has more or less stopped their research into electric. They're looking at hydrogen, and not hydrogen fuel cells, but staying with internal combustion engines running on hydrogen. Just lithium is just too finite. You can't recycle it. A battery, you get less than 6% of the lithium back. So they're looking in hydrogen internal combustion. So it's clean emissions. And
because it just kick out water, wouldn't it?
It's only water.
But what a absolutely perfect solution. I mean, it's CNG stations are around. They're easy to do. If you find hydrogen stations, it's safe, it's clean. You stay with the internal combustion engine. You don't have to reinvent the automobile, and away you go if you want cleaner emissions. So I like that. I actually kind of respected that.
Yeah. I was a bit worried about the E10. We got the E10 fuel now.
Oh, yeah.
When you rock up on the petrol pumps now, it goes, "Oh, be careful, you know, if it's certain motorbikes and cars and stuff." And I was like flapping. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, our new RAV4 has got a sticker inside about all the fuels you can't run in it. So it just wants 85 or 89. So
see, the thing with the E10 fuel, because obviously E5's been around for absolutely ages.
Yeah.
But the E10 fuel, you'll find that it will it'll eat fuel lines, it'll eat your tank, it'll eat your carb seals, it will destroy every. Yeah, God, yeah. If you've got a carbureted bike, E10 fuel will rot the hell out of it. And if you leave E10 fuel sat for more than a month and a half, ethanol is a well-known water attractant, so it will actually grab those water molecules straight into the ethanol, and then you'll end up with rusting inside the tank. You'll end up putting all that rust into the carburetor,
run like shit.
And they run like crap. Yeah,
it's exactly the same as the biodiesel too. Biodiesel attracts water like crazy.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, one of my friends actually said to me, he said, the best thing for your Kawasaki to run on is methanol. And I went, well, it's ethanol based, isn't it? And he went, no. He said, what you want to do is mix the methanol with your fuel, but then do it at home. He said, because if you go down the old speedway centres, like the little Westlake 500s or the Jawas, they all run on pure methanol. But methanol and ethanol, two very, very similar product,
but they're different.
But it burns differently. So I use normally 2 litres of methanol per 5 gallons.
We run straight methanol on our race cars.
Yeah.
But please, Rev, be careful. People like in my industry, SDS is to do with everything in my world, and methanol is so dangerous. People think, it's just gasoline antifreeze. Well, you know what? It takes nothing. If you can smell it, you're doing brain damage. It's just that simple. It's just so dangerous, and it goes through your skin instantly.
Yeah, he said to me, mix it wearing rubber gloves. Yeah.
Yeah, if you even accidentally ingest as much as 3 milliliters, can be fatal. That's one good splash in your face. So I mean, it's just take such care with methanol.
E10 no good for the Iska. Yeah, anything after about 2000 and I think it's 2018 onwards is E10 compliant. So all the Lex Motos are E10 compliant, but we would say avoid E10 with a barge pole. Stick to the super unleaded because that'll have all your special detergents and all your additives in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gareth. So he knows how dangerous methanol is. Sure, people underestimate that stuff, but yeah. So what's E10? Like we don't have that here yet. I heard it's coming, but we don't have E10 in Canada yet.
Yeah,
Well, at least not in our side of Canada. I haven't seen it anywhere anyway.
Yeah, they're going proper bonkers over here. If you go into London, if you're inside the M25, you go into. It's mental. So everyone went out and bought diesel cars, and they've got like the 1.6s, which are like tax-free and stuff, and they're like supposed to be cleaner emissions. But now they don't even meet the standards of the City of London, so you can't drive them into London anymore. Yet my brother-in-law, who's got a 2.5 litre Volvo petrol, because it's the year that it is, he's allowed to drive it into the centre of London. It's just like it's mental. Everything's just messed up.
Too many rules, man. Too many rules.
Yeah, it's just absolutely bonkers.
Better come over here where we don't care about anything.
Yeah, see, the thing is, in London, they all go, oh, you can't take your diesel car into London.
Yeah.
But what has London got more of? The big red buses that belch out the diesel fumes.
I think they're going electric now. I think they're
most of them.
Yeah. What I thought was because we talked about Rev was going to potentially going to the bike shed because that's in London, isn't it? But I was thinking, you're going to get spammed if we go into London on the bikes in that. Are we going to get hammered for going into London on the bikes?
That'd be a point.
Really? What the hell?
Yeah, because it's was it ULEZ compliant or something?
You've got to be ULEZ compliant now, yeah.
So who's going to enforce that? So is the coppers going to pull you over? Is it in the actual TSA somewhere?
Cameras.
They've got cameras, yeah. So they've got these everywhere. What you get is a road marking saying coming into congestion zone.
Yeah.
People have been known to obviously, oh God, they've literally driven 10 yards in, turned around and come out the other side and been done £25 for coming into the congestion zone.
Mental.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
I could not live there. I would burn something down. I have no patience for that kind of stupidity.
Yeah, it's just way over the top.
Yeah, and
there's enough roadblocks without that.
So, it's another tax, and it's normally City of Camden. Camden is the worst for it.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, because I heard that they were. I read somewhere else about they're going to bring in some other type of tax because obviously if everyone goes electric and everything, they're going to miss out, aren't they? Because people ain't going to. So they're going to bring in some new type of road tax to charge everybody.
Yeah.
What about in Scotland, Zed? Do you have any of that bullshit over there?
No, we've got Batman in Glasgow now, mate, so nobody bothers us.
Yeah, Batman. Yeah, they're filming. Was it Indiana Jones up there as well, weren't they? It's
that's right. Yeah.
Pretending to be.
Glasgow's became the New York of Scotland.
They're actually here filming. There's a new show called Angel Dust, and that's being filmed here in my town right now.
Oh, right. Angel Dust.
So I sent in a thing. They're looking for Harleys. So they want people with Harleys as extras and stuff and old classic cars. So I have both. I have a hot rod and I have my Harley. So sent them in pictures of my bike and my car. So might be a movie star. Huh?
You'll be famous for this.
I know where I'll be, right there on the cutting room floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife's old boss, he used to import American cars, and he had a station wagon, and there was I can't remember the name of the film, but it was a Chris Christopherson film that was getting filmed, and they asked to borrow his car. Ooh. And he was getting put up in a hotel in Edinburgh every day so that he could be with the car throughout all the filming. And what happened was like his wife somebody ran into the side of it the week before, and he was panicking. They phoned him up and they said, no, it's all right. If it's got a dent on it, it'll make it look more authentic. So basically what he did is at the end of the shooting, Chris Christopherson signed his logbook to give it providence. So I still got that.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that's probably right, Paul. It won't be me, like my bike and my car. They'll be sitting on a curb in the show. I will be nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
They filmed quite a lot of drama shows and that up on our harbour. I think it is a nice harbour. I don't know if I've showed it a few times on some of your vlogs and that. It's a lovely harbour and that. They're always up filming on it. They do a lot of Coronation Street on it and all that. And,
yeah.
They like some of the shows they film in other places. And they film in our harbour, but they don't use the town. The town, it's just the town. So they come in the harbour. And then they'll film down in Morecambe or somewhere like that, and they'll mash it together to make it look like our harbour is in Morecambe. So
I think they do that a lot.
It's like the Dark Knight, when it was getting filmed, that actually get filmed in Glasgow as well. Some of the scenes, and it was a place called the Necropolis in Glasgow, and basically it's like. It's an amazing place. It's loads of gravestones of these guys were basically big merchants that manufactured all the furniture and so on and so forth for all the ships that went out to sea that were built on the Clyde. So they've got these massive big mausoleums in that. And there's actually a clip on YouTube of the stunt rider in the full Batman outfit coming down this cobbled street in the at the mausoleum, and then he locks the rear brake and falls off.
Well, if you ever watch, I think it's Superman 3, where it's meant to be Superman stood in front of like a big office building and all the windows are black on it. That's actually the train station at Milton Keynes, and then a bit further on in the film is a giant playing field, and that was actually the local school at Stantonbury. And then for the last couple of weeks, we've had Tom Cruise filming in the quarry about 4 miles down the road. Because the missus said to me, she went, the amount of helicopters that came over, and it was actually Tom Cruise coming in by helicopter to do the filming in the local quarry in Leighton Buzzard.
Jeez.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and he was at Silverstone as well at the weekend.
That's right. I saw he's promoting the Maverick, the new film, isn't he? So he's doing the round. If you actually look at Tom Cruise and how influential he is with a lot of the stunts and stuff like that, some of the helicopter flying scenes in Mission Impossible, he actually coordinated the stunts himself. Because he's like a qualified pilot. So and like a lot of the Maverick as well, they were all in the back of actual planes. And I think it was something like 3 cameras in each of them that they had that filmed live footage of them flying manoeuvres. So when you see them pulling the G, that's what he said, we actually are pulling the G. You see.
Well, if I hear the front door go or the missus go running out, then I know Tom Cruise is round the local pub.
Hey, Rev, before I forget, this stuff.
That's it.
Redline alcohol fuel lubricant.
I'll make you. Yeah, hold on a sec. Is it Redline? What is it called again?
It's Redline. Made by Redline alcohol fuel lubricant. Our race cars, and I'll tell you what, if you're putting methanol in there,
big.
In there.
Fucked it up. Trying to make you big. Big up on the screen. Redline. Was it fuels?
Alcohol fuel lubricant.
Alcohol. Oh right, okay. What's that do?
So if you run alcohol in your engine, it's alcohol, methanol is so dry. Like we run our race cars on methanol.
Oh, right. Okay.
It will absolutely destroy your top end and your rings. So if you don't put this lubricant in, it's cheap as chips, as you say. And So you wouldn't mix it at the same ratio we do, but I mean, I would sure put a little splash in if you're mixing methanol in with your fuel. Save your engine.
Nothing worse than a dry ring.
That's that stuff right there.
Exactly. We had talking of that, we had an R1. Oh, that's the stuff. Okay, I'll have a look at that.
Alcohol fuel lubricant.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We had an R1 come in. Obviously, the guy popped in for an MOT this week. And he said to me, he said, I've just bought this bike. He said, but look at the video. And he was showing. He said, I said, what have you done? He said, I've just set the carbs up. Cylinder 1, cylinder 2, cylinder 3, all leveled off. Cylinder 3 is bouncing around like a lunatic. All the others are dead level. And he said, but could you tell me why the breather pipe from that is blowing blue smoke? And I went, yeah, it's probably because you've either done a valve or you've popped a piston ring. Get shot. So he's got shot of the bike. He's popped back this week. I want to get an MOT on the bike. And I'm like, okay, yeah, fine. You can, $29.65 standard charge for an MOT. But that's going to be an instant failure. Why? I said, it's got red halo rings to the front of the bike. Daytime running lights in red. That's a big no-no. Small number plate. The indicators at the bottom beside the number plate were bright red, so they were flashing bright red. And he's got one of these combined engine, combined stoplight. And then when you do the left-hand indicator, half the left-hand side flashes, half the right. But when you put the stoplights on, the indicators go off.
Oopsie.
Right. Oops.
You're not allowed to have red flashing to the rear.
No.
No. And here, all the North American vehicles always had red flashing taillights. And when the UK vehicles and Japanese vehicles started coming over with the amber flashing rear, that's still actually to this day, the TSA and Highway Traffic Safety Act, it's still illegal, but they don't enforce it. But so you can only have red or amber to the rear and only amber to the front.
Yeah, that's white lights only to the front, and they have to show a beam pattern as well. So when you put your headlights into like the beam testing image, it has to show a straight line. Now in the UK, it's a straight line with a left-hand kick up. If you're France, Germany, it's straight line with a right-hand kick up. But obviously, an LED bulb now throws just a dead circle. It's what's known as a projector image, and that is a fail.
Man, you guys just got to stop with the laws and the rules. How do you live? How do you even live there? I could not.
I was hoping it was going to get better once we left the European Union. You know what I mean?
It hasn't. Well, it's not.
It hasn't, is it? It's not.
No, because
it takes time, but someone's got to start challenging these laws.
Someone's got to
get them to start, bringing it up, and that's what they're starting over here too, because they said, well, that's like tinted glass in the sides in your vehicle. That's illegal. Unless it's behind you. So everything behind you can be black, but everything from you forward. So then now that law is getting challenged because they were going by saying it was officer safety. Can't see in, but I mean, that's just nonsense. Anybody that's been or is a police officer knows it's nonsense. But then they said, well, you've put a film on the inside of the glass. So if you're in an accident and the rescue gets there, they can't break through the glass, won't crumble like it's supposed to, and it can interfere with that. Well, all the new vehicles are laminated dual glass in the sides, so that's all BS. So now that law is getting challenged. So hopefully that works out and we can tint our sides, right? And even where it is legal, you can't go like limo black in the front, but even if you put like a 35 in there or 25, that would sure be nice. Keep that heat off.
See,
we've got a company.
Go
on. We've got a company up in Scotland called Pentagon, and they do security glass. And I got my car tinted with it, and you could actually hit the windows with a hammer, and they wouldn't break. Under sort of normal force, if you used excessive force, you could get them to fracture. But that was a Thatcham approved tint, and the police actually use it themselves. Because once the window actually shatters, it just goes into like crazy glass. But see, whoever's inside can actually just push it out with their hand. That's the way it's designed to. You'll not be able to break in, but you'll be able to break out. Designed that way.
See you later, Howie.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah, there was obviously I follow so much crap on YouTube at the moment, but
Who
there
doesn't?
was one. There's some guy in London he's very very on the ball with what he says, and he has a right dig at cyclists. He has a go at car drivers. He has a go at bikers. So he's not just sort of batting for one team.
All right.
But he said, but all this stuff that's going on with the common market and
Yeah.
immigration and furlough and COVID and that, he said, you've got to admit, he said, we've got to have the best country in the world. And one of the reporters said, why is that? He said, well, everyone's living here.
Yeah.
He said we should forget all this racism and hatred, for our face. He said, I don't care what colour you are, white, black, yellow, pink, orange, or whatever. He said, let's all get together, the Muslims, the Sikhs, the Hindus, the Jews, the Irish, Scottish, English, Welsh. He said, let's all get in a boat and go and kick the crap out of the French.
Yeah, fair enough.
But he did it.
Beans on toast, was it?
I don't know who it was, but he had a reporter or something. Yeah, he's a bit, yeah. But he was doing it with a reporter, so and obviously the reporter went,
Oh, tabernacle, yeah.
I saw that. Did you see the out in France with the riot police where they took the helmets off and everything and walked along with the protesters because they were protesting against the COVID passports because they wanted people to have that to go to supermarkets and stuff, and they were just like, no, we're not doing it anymore. They took all the riot stuff off and they just walked along with the protesters.
That's good.
Yeah, that's one thing about France that I absolutely love, and that's they know how to protest. I don't know if you remember, you ever read about when the government was wheel clamping cars in Paris. What they did was all the protesters basically handed every single person in Paris some super glue and said that if you see a car with a clamp on it, put the super glue in the lot. And it was costing the government more money to actually get them professionally removed because they couldn't get their keys in. So basically, overnight, it was decided that we'll just not use car clamps anymore.
Okay. That's pretty good, that.
Good idea.
About French protesters is 9 times out of 10 they're protesting us.
Yeah.
They're after our fish.
Yeah.
Either that, or they're still trying to get down the other side of the Butter Mountain.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So, I think do you wanna knock it on the head? Do you wanna?
Yeah, I gotta start making supper pretty quick. I'm making my wife baked ziti.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, good boy.
She's at work.
I'm just back from Newcastle. We've been over Newcastle for a couple of days.
Oh,
we went over. My daughter's gonna. She went for a gender reveal scan. So her and the wife went. So we've been over there because wife wanted to go to a gender reveal scan. She's obviously pregnant. She's gonna be dropping a sprog soon. So
congratulations!
Yeah, congratulations!
Congrats on that.
My first grandchild.
Hey.
That's gonna be crazy, isn't it?
A quick question for Zed before he goes in a minute.
Yep.
On you go.
I'm knackered, so I'm going to bed as well.
That's all right. On your gear selector, Zed, do you get the occasional false neutral, or is it, or sometimes it doesn't show the correct gear?
No, it's fine on mine. It could be the pickup on it that's.
Yeah, someone said that the ZZRs are prone. These engines prone for the pickup getting a bit of verdigris on it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's the first thing that I would do is clean the contacts on it. I've heard of it, like on the ZZR forum, but no, I've not had any problem with it myself.
I've just had for the last couple of days a couple of false neutrals. So you've got it in neutral, the clutch is out, but as soon as I drop the side stand down, it cuts the bike out.
Oh right.
Aye. You do have a safety switch on your stand. You do. Like if you click it into gear and your side stands down, it will cut out anyway.
Yeah, but it's just springing that false neutral. So I think you just get it out and give the pickup a clean up.
I think that's all it will be, mate. That's all it will be.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, because
Right.
I found the gearbox on mine. Yeah, amazing. It's proper really slick. It's just like well happy.
But I can upshift without even clutching.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
It's mental.
Bonkers.
But I mean, like then you go onto the forum and you talk about quick shifters, and everyone's like, "Oh no," because it wrecks gearboxes. But my argument to that is that no, it doesn't wreck gearboxes. You've not had it set up right.
Exactly. Yeah. If you don't know how to clutchless shift, then you shouldn't be on a bike anyway.
Right.
Oh,
I'm
Right.
really glad you did this, Jim. I missed
Yeah.
you guys are my family now. You know, I'd say,
I know.
where's my UK boys? I haven't seen them for so long. I was getting bummed out. I'm so glad that we got this.
bonkers, isn't it?
Well,
It's
I'll,
like
I'll,
even
I'll try and get a stream on tomorrow night. If I get back in time and I get finished up, I might try and knock one up for 9 o'clock tomorrow night for you.
I'm on nights tomorrow, so I won't be able to make tomorrow. But that's why we did today, because I'm going to be on nights. Yeah,
I'll
Don't
be pissed in a field somewhere.
That's all right. Yeah,
Bug
definitely.
spray. Yeah.
Don't forget Finally Friday.
yeah, yes, yeah. Do you want to go around the bazaars? Everyone plug their channel. We'll start with Zhead.
Go on.
Go and check out Zhead Motor Vlogs.
Yeah.
The last video that I put up, you'll see my camera bouncing down the road.
That was bad. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Brad?
Diesel's Hog Vlog. Little channel, big laughs. Good food sometimes.
Good for
Hey,
you.
Good food stuff. Then Carl.
Mine's in the corner of the screen, just above Thanks Alison. And thanks, Alison.
And then we've got Red Bomb. You
I'll
got any new
be,
stuff coming out?
I'm currently doing one at the moment, the new Euro 5 Titan, and they've sorted out the exhaust. I've had a dig at this bike for the last year and a half. They put a plastic heat shield with a metal cover in the center of the plastic heat shield, and every time it hits a bump or the engine starts vibrating, undoes the 2 bolts and the heat shield falls off. We've gone through 30-40 heat shields last year under warranty, sick of them. They've actually listened and just put a metal heat shield with 2 bolts with a locking nut on them. So thank you. Well done, Lexmoto. They bloody listened at last. So I've got the new video up of that, and I do have a dig about the exhaust. Look at the exhaust. They've actually done something decent.
Nice.
And they've also listened about the mirrors as well. So they are listening to what the customers, obviously when they buy a bike, the customer goes, I want this. So they are listening. But yeah, loads more Lexmoto stuff coming up. Another run to Super Sausage, hopefully this weekend or next weekend.
Yeah.
And I've added about another 20 bikers to my list. So comments under every video. But do go and check out the Coram Motorcycle Club run to the Super Sausage, because Alison's in there riding their little bikes. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good day out and a good team ride. So we're definitely going to do one of those again. We was expecting 10 bikers, and we ended up with about 35. So it was a nice run out with all the boys, and and I'd say 70% of them had never done a group ride in their life, and were all on L plates, so helped along by the big bikers. They've actually really got into doing these group rides now, which is great. If you can encourage people to do group rides and do it safely and properly, we've done the correct job.
Cool.
But yeah,
right.
Cheers, guys.
Nice one.
Well, congratulations on the new bikes, you guys.
Yeah, cheers for that. And hopefully we'll have to try and get the gang back together again for another live stream some point.
Yeah, cheers for tonight, Jim. Much appreciated.
Yeah, appreciate that, Jim. Thanks for hosting.
Cheers for turning up. Yeah, thanks for turning up, everybody. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I'll see you next time round then.
See you later.
See you soon.
Take care. Bye bye.
Take care.
Bye now.